Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Ticket to Mars from GDM. This is for 2 to 5 players, ages 8+. It'll take about 15 minutes to play. And in Ticket to Mars, you are going to be putting people on spaceships, kicking people off those said spaceship, moving people from this spaceship to the next as you're trying to get your specific type of people or groups of people onto spaceships as they go to Mars in this quick, light family game. Is it good, though? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Ticket to Mars. So first and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule booklet. It's 2 pages, double-sided, full of color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples, and it's okay. It's slightly confusing here or there, in particular with how these different rocket ship symbols work, because here it says you get points for each spaceship that fulfills this requirement. Then here it says you get points for each crew tile in each spaceship, and then here it says get points for each pair in each spaceship. And I don't know, it just could have been worded slightly clearer. Also, this does not tell you how many rounds to play, so you don't actually know when the game is supposed to end. Maybe you go to 30 points. Maybe you don't go to 30 points. Maybe you go 1 round. Maybe you go 2 rounds. I don't know. The rule booklet doesn't tell you. It should have been better. It's not a terrible rule booklet. You'll understand how to play the game, but still, it could have been a little bit better. So in Ticket to Mars, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be moving your little rocket ship along this point track by completing secret objective cards, which will be these cards right here. And you're going to have 3 of these cards each round or during the game, depends on how many rounds you're playing. A round will end when this cool little wooden rocket ship meeple gets all the way down to the bottom of the 0, at which point you will reveal your special cards and see how many points you have scored. So let's go over the components. Let's get into the gameplay. So first, let's go over the cards you're going to have in the game, and each player is going to have the same set of 5 cards with different colored backs. So first we have this guy right here, which is going to allow you to take 1 astronaut out of a spaceship, because astronauts will get put into the spaceship like so. So if you play this card, boom, you could take an astronaut out of a spaceship. This one, you guessed it, means you get to put an astronaut on any of the spaceship. So you have 2 of those. This one is going to allow you to move 1 astronaut to a different spaceship. So any astronaut to a different spaceship as long as there's room on that other spaceship. And then this one is going to allow you to pick up all of your cards, because once you play a card, they go down in front of you. So this will allow you to pick up all your cards, and it will allow you to move the rocket ship 1 space down on the track, because once it gets to 0, that will signify the end of the round immediately. So those are the 5 cards that you're going to have, and 2 of them are the same. So what you're going to be doing from round to round to round is pretty simple. Now let's take a look at these secret objective cards. And there's going to be 3 different kinds of secret objective cards. The first one is just getting people on rocket ships. So you'll get points if you're able to get that person, or in this case that creature, onto a rocket ship. Now you'll notice these are all +1 points. Why is the dog +2 points? Well, the dog is not on any other objective card. So if you're putting dogs on the spaceship, either you're confused, or you really like dogs, or you have this card right here. You could be bluffing, but there's not that much of a reason to bluff in this game, at least that I found. So yeah, you'll get points for doing that. The next kind of cards you're going to have are these cards right here, which will give you points for each pair you have in a rocket ship. And I guess you can only do it once, or maybe you could do it a bunch of times. Like I said, these symbols in the upper corner could have been explained a little bit better, but these are going to give you points for putting different people together on rocket ships. So if you get this old lady and this kid, then you're going to get 3 points. Good for you. Last but not least, you're going to have these cards right here, which are occupancy cards. And how this works is, and it actually took us a little bit to figure this one out, but it's actually quite simple, is this one means that you have to have at least 3 people on the ship, and you have to have more old people than young people on the ship. And yes, that is a sticker on there. So I'm assuming they had a misprint and had to put the stickers on afterwards. But hey, sometimes that kind of stuff happens. This one we figured out means that if you have only 1 person on a ship, which is very difficult, especially in a higher player count, then you are going to get 5 points. But in a higher player count, you can pretty much you're not going to get that, which is one of the big cons I have with this game. This one, you need to have more young people than old people, and you have to have at least 3 spots taken. This one, you have to have the whole ship filled. This one, you have to have 2 spaces on the ship filled and 3 spaces on the ship filled. So what are you going to do? Pretty simple. On your turn, you're going, well, at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the round, I should say, you're going to get one of each of these cards, and you're going to see what you need to do. So I need to get 3 people on each ship. That'd be great. I need to get an old lady on ships, and I need to have these 2 people together. So on my turn, you know what I might do? I might go ahead and play this card down in front of me. So bada boom, and then I might put this little girl right here. Does it matter? I can put her here. I can put it here. It does not matter, so I just put her right there. And then it would be the next person's turn, and they would do that. And you're going to rinse, wash, and repeat until eventually, boop, 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 you get all the way down to the 0. At which point, you will check to see how many points you're going to score based on your scoring criteria. And then you'll either rinse, wash, and repeat and do another round until you get to 30 points, or you can end the game right there. It says it's a 15-minute game, so I'm not actually sure when the game's supposed to end. But that, in a nutshell, is what you're going to do inside of Ticket to Mars. Alrighty then, Ticket to Mars from GDM. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the pro side, very cool theme about going to Mars, and the artwork is very well done. I really enjoyed the artwork. That's a your mileage may vary kind of thing, but I do think most people are going to be gravitating towards the artwork, especially if you like the theme. Also, component-wise, the board's perfectly serviceable. The cards are nice and thick and sturdy, even though some of them, I think one of them maybe has a sticker on it, which is slightly annoying, but still, component-wise, they're perfectly serviceable components. You're not going to have too many problems with the components. It's very easy to learn and easy to teach. I mean, the rules could be better, so it could be easier to learn, and it's a little bit difficult to teach if anybody asks you when the game ends, because it doesn't actually tell you in the rules, but it's an easy game to understand. I mean, you only on your turn have really 4 actions: either put somebody on a ship, take somebody off a ship, move somebody, or pick up your card. So it's a very simple game to wrap your brain around, which is good because it's aimed at a children/family market. I'd say more towards the family market. Any other cons I have of the game, or pros I have of the game? Not really. It's not broken. I mean, it's a game. You can play it. You won't know when it's supposed to end because it's not in the rules. But moving on to the cons, no, I can't recommend this game. I can't recommend this game to anybody. So first and foremost, is this a game night game? No, I play this as a game night game. This is not a fun, lightweight filler game. This is a boring, repetitive slog where people are like, is this game over? Is this game over? And that became the running joke. Because like, I don't know if it's over. I don't know if it's over. I hope it's over. And yeah, so game night did not go over well at all. So, but I know some people are going to say, hey, this is a family game. This is aimed to be a family game. And to that, I say I brought it into my classroom. I played it with 8, 9, 10, and 11-year-olds. They did not like it either. They were bored out of their mind, and they don't ever want to play it again. And they put it very bluntly. It's one of the things I love about playing with young kids that age and playing so many games. Like when I first started playing games with these kids, you know, they were like, oh, that was fun. That was good. You know, it's like, really? Was that good? Did you like it better than this game? No. Did you like it better than this game? No. Did you like it better than this game? No. Did you like it better than this game? And now they've gotten to the point where they played so many games where they're very blunt, like, oh, that game's not fun. That game is dumb. Sorry, I shouldn't say dumb, but it's not a good game. And that, I agree with them. This is not a good game. It was boring. It was repetitive. The theme does not connect to the mechanisms that well. I mean, it doesn't feel like you're, you know, going out to space and getting a rocket ship full of your people. The secret objectives, that's another thing. They're wildly swingy, especially if you're playing at 5 players. If you're playing 5 players and you get that card that means that you have to have only one person on the rocket ship, that's not happening. It's just not happening at 5 players because people are going to be putting them on. It's just not going to happen for you, unfortunately. Also, I don't know. I didn't like how the game was balanced. I didn't like the mechanisms. It was repetitive. It was boring. I didn't like playing with kids. I didn't like playing with adults. And I just can't recommend Ticket to Mars. I just did not find it to be an entertaining game at all. I'm glad that I never have to play it again. And in the end, I don't think many people are going to disagree with me. And if they do disagree with me, I don't think anybody's going to disagree that strongly. This is no one's favorite game of all time. And it's just, why? Why? It's meh. It's meh. This game is so meh. And it's like below average meh. Like, I can deal with meh games. Like, oh, this game's meh. But hey, you know, maybe it's somebody's cup of tea. This game's meh. And it's like, no, I don't think this is anybody's cup of tea. But there you go. Ticket to Mars. Really, which stinks because I do like the artwork. So that is Ticket to Mars from GDM, one that I cannot recommend to anybody. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, what is that game in your collection that is meh, but you keep it for one reason or another? Ooh, this is going to be a hard one. What's a game in my collection that's meh, but I still keep it? Ooh, man, this is really hard. You know what? I'm going to go with Gotham. Gotham from Calliope Games. When I first started off, I thought it was a good abstract strategy game, but now that I've played it more and more, it's meh. But the reason I keep it is because the kids in my classroom really, really dig that game, and my wife really enjoyed that game as well. So that's my meh game. What is your meh game that you still keep? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.